Welcome back to another video. Today we are in pursuit of the ultimate JDM blessing in the form of a Spoon Sports certified build. As you can see, the Spoon theme has already got started on Dave's car. If you haven't already, go and check him out. We'll leave the Instagram name up on screen there to follow along with the build. But for today, we're going to be stripping off a lot of the exterior parts. We've got the full exterior kit going onto the car today. But as I mentioned, this theme has already started. Interior-wise, we've got the Spoon steering wheel, gear knob, and a few other pieces underneath the engine. And we've also got the N1 exhaust system on the car. So whilst we've got the car with us, Dave has actually traveled out to America. He's in Florida for a few weeks, and he's going to be meeting up with a couple of owners to see these Spoon builds firsthand and really build some excitement for when he comes home to pick this up. We saw the car a couple of weeks back where we fitted up the Spoon N1 exhaust system. We removed a full Rampage Fab exhaust and fitted up the complete Spoon offering. We also, whilst the car was on the lift, decided to test fit the front and rear bumpers, and the fit was exceptional. So they're now into paint. The paint has been colour matched against the body of this car, so we're really looking forward to those coming back. But whilst the bumpers were off, we did make a couple of small changes. We're also going to be retrofitting the parking sensors from the UK model onto the Spoon bumpers. And then again, whilst we're fitting the rear spoiler, we're going to ditch the rear wiper, delete that off, and give more emphasis over the rear spoiler. Now that we've got a few parts removed from the car, we can see what's left behind. Now when we test fitted the rear bumper, you'll notice on the new Spoon one, we've got a mesh section in the centre there. Now it left the alley bar looking pretty unsightly behind the bumper, and bearing in mind the bottom half is black as well. What we're going to do with the bar is get it taken off and powder coated just in a black, nice matte black. We're going to do the same with the front bar as well, because just through some of the grills you can see it just there in the corner. So again, to take your eye off it and make everything look a little bit crisper and cleaner, they're both going to get powder coated. Although we can't do too much more at the moment whilst we wait for parts to come back from the paint shop and get these away for powder coat, what we can do is give you a little taste of what's to come and get the rear spoiler fitted. We've moved the car across onto this ramp now, and that was so we could get access around the rear subframe. We'd noticed a bit of damage to the toe adjusters, so we're going to get those welded up and then the subframe re-powder coated, so it should be looking nice and fresh, much like the beams that we've already got back. Along with the intercooler having a fresh lick of paint, that'll all be fitted up to the front end and should be looking nice and fresh once the Spoon bumpers go on. Whilst we've got the car in this area though, we're going to have good access to being able to undercoat and underseal around all the areas that we couldn't usually get to, particularly around the bottom of the subframe area. So we'll get that done whilst the car's over here waiting for the bumpers. Once the bumpers are back though, we'll be moving over to some of the smaller details in fitting some of the meshes, fog lights, and even the parking sensors. And I'll show you how we've gone about fitting those parking sensors as we're taking some of the parts from the old Honda bumpers and applying them to the new Spoon bumpers. Very nearly finished up on the rear end of the car now. The only bit left to do on the back here is to trim in the rear wheel arch liners. We've got a handy little template from Spoon that tells us exactly where we need to trim and where to drill the holes so that we can then get that secured into the bumper. One other area which I'm particularly happy with on the car is the rear parking sensors. They've come out looking fantastic, a real good OEM finish. So we're going to move our way around to the front now, start getting those parking sensors fitted and the rest of the grills around the front bumper. The front end's nearly complete now. We've put the powder coated crash bar back into place along with the intercooler, nice and securely bolted in place. Headlights are back in and ready to accept the bumper. So I'll bring the bumper over in a minute, and what I'm going to do initially is just sort of line it up, bearing in mind that I'm wanting to keep this radar here clear so that we get the normal functioning of the radar system and the lane keep assist. So Spoon actually tell us to use the blanking plates on both sides and not the mesh grills. For this time round, I've put both the mesh grille and the blanking plate in place, and the idea behind that is that I'm going to try and trim out around the radar so that we get the clear area where the radar needs to look through, but not be blocked up by the grills that are there on the bumper now. Ultimately, that should look hopefully like the FK8s and the standard format that they come in. So we'll get the bumper lined up, we'll trim them back, and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, at least we know that we need to then fit the blanking plates on both sides. With all the bodywork now complete, it only leaves one thing left. It's what you've all been waiting for, the wheels. Now there can only be one choice for this. Let's go and have a look. We've just removed David's original Enkei GTC 02 wheels and now fitted up on his new Spoon wheels. Now the wheels themselves are exactly the same size. We've got a 19 by 9.5 ET45, although we've changed the tyre size on these. We've dropped down to a 265 30 19, and these are the Pirelli P0Rs. I believe these are the first in the UK, along with the wheels being the first 19-inch version to land here in the UK. I can't wait to get the car off the lift, see how this arch gap settles down, and then complete the overall look of the Spoon build. Can't wait to get it outside. Whilst David's car's been on the ramp today, we're not only fitting the wheels, but we're also fitting some other Spoon goodies up the front. We've got a full set of engine mounts going in replacement of the Hasport mounts. So they're going to be a little bit softer than what David would have experienced previously with the Hasport mounts. But we won't stop there. We've also got a cooling plate to get fitted to the under tray of the car just to help with some of those temperatures under the hood. The HPT cooling plate is a new product from WOT Performance, and this product is designed to help extract temperatures out of the engine bay through the bottom of the vehicle. Now we're using this cooling plate on some of our time attack vehicles this year, and it's really helping us keep up with the demands of competition driving. Before we take a look at the finished build, let's hear from the guys at Spoon Sports Japan.
こんにちは。スプーンの代表の甲斐です。この度イギリスの方でフルスプーンの車が出来上がったと聞いて大変興奮しています。このプロジェクトに協力してくれたデビッドさん、ありがとうございます。今度ヨーロッパに行った時にはぜひこの目で見てみたいと思っていますので、ぜひ読んでください。それではまた。
With the car outside, I think you'll agree it looks amazing on the new wheels. But if you think there was a better wheel that would have suited the car, let us know in the comments below. We're going to be at plenty of shows this summer, and one in particular in August, we're going over to the Honda Euro Meet in France, where we'll be going with this car along with many others. So if you want to come and see the cars in person, get over to that show. We're hoping that Spoon Japan may even turn up and then do a little bit of certification. But as for today's video, if you've enjoyed watching, hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, turn the notifications on, and we'll see you on the next one.